So first, recognize change is hard, right? And particularly if you don't know what the future holds. You don't know, you have to change, things are changing, but you don't quite have that clear vision that you thought you had because it's just a different world. Well, partly that's the work you've got to do. You've got to try to create that vision, figure out what it is, and use your best guess. So that's the first part, you as leader. I guess I'd be reminded of sort of the core of how you help people embrace change or a new practice that you're doing is you make the new thing to do less painful than the old thing to do. That works in your private life as well. You just, if there's a habit you need to break or something like that, you just make the new habit easier to do. We're creatures of habit. We're not going to change on our own that easily. It's always going to be around necessity. So try to find ways that you make the new way of doing things less painful, more happy than the old way of doing things. And then the other, I just go by Ken Blanchard model, and it works and always works, is praise progress. Not doing enough of that. If people are doing it right, approximately right, close to right, praise that. By and large, try to ignore and redirect the negative things and just praise the daylights out of the things that are right or approximately right. And I think you're going to have some good results with that. How do you inspire creativity and problem solving? Well, they say necessity is the mother of invention, right? So partly what's your choice? Particularly in these times, you've got to be innovative. You've got to be creative. So partly giving people permission, saying, like, it's okay, let's try, let's make some mistakes, let's brainstorm, let's go through it together. That's, fundamentally is just giving people the opportunity and the breathing room to try some things. We don't always have that luxury of time or budget, those resources, but you've got to kind of build that in and put the right people on the right problems, and you'll solve the problems. You convey negative news head on, candidly, factually, confidently. You treat your audience like they're intelligent people. Quite honestly, New York Governor Andrew Cuomo is conducting a masterclass on that with his daily press briefings during the COVID-19 pandemic. Watch those and you're going to see some humor, some stories, vulnerability, shared experience, knowledge, plan of action. There are a lot of things there, and it's getting attention because it's a nice thing to see. It's sort of like, okay, we're not sugarcoating it. It's ugly. It's going to be painful. There's going to be a lot of hurt, but there's inspiration attached to it, and that's what people deserve, and that's what they want, and that's how you convey negative news. Compare that to others who provide happy talk or mislead or antagonize or blame or abdicate responsibility. That's no leadership right there. And you know that, and people know that. And so forthright, honest, and with some hope and faith. Those work. Well, when you've got a team that's remote and they got a lot of things on their mind, a lot of pressures, maybe outside of work and around the world that are weighing on them, it can be difficult to keep people focused on the mission. But that's what you've got to do, particularly as leader. Not the primary, but that very big responsibility is keeping people connected to the mission. Make sure the values and the purpose and all that, you repeat it. They will be sick of you repeating it so much. Good, you're doing your job. Keep them focused on the mission. If they're not aligned with the mission, the values aren't aligned, there's nothing you're going to be able to do to motivate them. If it's a misfit or it no longer works, they're just going to go their own way. But it's so vitally important, particularly if you've got a great team, to keep them motivated, remind them what it is that they're working on and why, and how they're going to do it, so that your value, your missions, your purpose, those things all link together. That's why it's so important. You work on those in the sunshine, so when it's raining, you can count on them. So go back to your mission, focus on your mission, keep everybody focused on your mission. That's how you keep people motivated. Working from home can be great. A lot of people don't have that choice at the moment, but in order to be successful at it, first give yourself some time and permission. You got to process a lot of things, and if you've never worked from home, it can be challenging for sure. So a few suggestions I'd have. One is create a work zone, preferably a physical place. Whether it be, you might not have a spare bedroom or a spare desk, so maybe it's just a certain end of the kitchen table or the dining room table or different end of the bed or something, whatever it is, but create a zone that is your work zone physically, but also consider one from a time standpoint, like what are your hours going to be? Maybe you have some choice over that, maybe you don't, but kind of consider what are working hours for you, so that if you have any roommates, flatmates, people with you, they can give them a head start on kind of honoring your time, because you'll be busy, you'll be working. So that's one part, some work zones. Touch the face, don't do that. All right, the second part is take it seriously. Just working from home, take it seriously. It's not a vacation. You got work to do, so take yourself seriously. So do the routines that you would normally do. Shower, get dressed, make your bed, plan the day, do your normal routines, alter them around what's going on, and get dressed, yeah, because you're worth it. You're not getting dressed for other people. That's what you say all the time anyway. You're worth it. Also, how you present yourself to yourself is how you're going to present yourself to the world. So, do what you would normally do, just change it around a little bit. The third one I'd say is make sure you're taking the breaks. It's very easy to procrastinate. It's easy to go down into the refrigerator and eat all the food that's there. But it's also easy to get really in the zone and have no distractions, which can be great, but can also at a point have some diminishing returns. So you want to build in the breaks. Get some fresh air if you can. Eye strain, all of the other stuff. So make sure you're taking your breaks. And related to this, which number 4 is like step away from it from time to time. When you work at home, it can be very easy just to be, I'm in the zone and it's all work, all work, all work. And that can be very productive for a while, but you've got to be able to back off and recharge as well. So those would be a few tips to get you into the routine of working from home and being productive. Hope that helps you.